Yes, thank you, and good morning, everyone. I am Prerna Pradhan, and I've come all the way from Nepal to present on my topic, which is fostering technical writing in developing nations. So, in my talk, I intend to discuss about the experiences that I have faced so far in order to promote technical writing in developing nations such as Nepal. So my talk will be approximately 25 minutes, and after the presentation, we can meet downstairs to talk about anything or discuss about anything. So how many of you have visited Nepal? Quite a few. Yeah. So Nepal is a Southeast Asian country, and it is landlocked between the two greats, China and India. The capital is Kathmandu, and we have a population of approximately 29 million, with a GDP of 28.8 billion USD as of 2018. So we can see that it is a relatively small economy as compared to our neighboring nations. So talking about my experiences, let's start from where it all started. So I graduated as a computer engineer in the year 2007. The most default thing to do back then was to search for job as soon as you get graduated. And so did I. And I joined a company called D2 Hawkeye Services, which is now known as Cotiviti Nepal. I joined the company as a research associate, and then I started working on it. I almost worked for around 5.5 years in my first company in various roles and in various departments such as product research, support, as well as quality assurance. So after working for, even working for 5.5 years, I never officially worked as a technical writer in my very first job. However, I wrote end user manuals for the internal tools that were being developed so that because I enjoyed writing so much, and I was also part of what you call it, a Verisk Master team, which is a platform for the in-house employees to come and practice some public speaking skills. Apart from that, I also worked as an editorial for a quarterly bulletin called Pulse, which was being published at that time, and also volunteered for editing and proofreading articles back then. So then, in December of 2012, I applied for a position of technical writer in a company called Immune Apps Nepal, which is my current organization, and now we call it Clockpoint Nepal. I was not just sure about switching to the new company because it was that would be a career switch for me because I was working as a software engineer and it was not the default thing to do. And it was a relatively new company as compared to what I was working back then. But then I thought about the opportunities. It was not a default thing to do as a software engineer, and I always wanted to work as a technical writer. So having weighed the pros and cons, I took the offer and I joined my current company. So talking about my current life at Lockpoint, I started as a technical writer and soon moved on to various positions until last year when I was appointed the head of documentation at Lockpoint. Apart from creating the regular documents for the different products and plugins in the company, we're also involved in streamlining the documentation processes in the company because it is also very important. It is also an important part of our regular job. When I joined the company, there were just two of us, and in the last 6.5 years, we have moved up to 11 of us working now for achieving the common goal. So life was sailing along, and one fine day, 2 years back, one of my friends informed me about a position of teaching technical writing to the undergraduate computing students. I was not very sure whether I would be able to teach students because I did not have any prior teaching experience as such. And also, I was wondering whether I would be making a fool of myself in front of all the undergraduate young students. And also how I will manage my time, like working full-time and also working part-time as a part-time faculty. And then I decided that this was an opportunity for me to share my real life work professional experiences with the upcoming students. So I'd worked with the college management and worked out a time that worked for all of us and started taking part-time classes in an undergraduate college. This is my teaching 101. I enjoyed sharing my real world experiences with the students, and my prior apprehensions all proved wrong because I was doing pretty well actually. Because I was sharing what I loved doing, it was becoming a good part of my life. And apart from the regular coursework that the university had to teach, I was also teaching the students to work with the same technology stack that we're using in my organization, like Sphinx, restructured text, and LaTeX. So as soon as this particular course completed, the college management again reached out to me and requested me if I was interested to teach another course, which would be a preliminary course to the one that I was teaching right now. And they had provided me the flexibility to design the course myself. And then I started to develop this course called English for Technical Writing, which was my teaching 102. In this course, it was more like sharing my experiences as well as doing more classroom-based activities. In this photo, you can see two of my students. At this particular point of time, they're presenting on the different disciplines of technical communication, like UX design and information design, training design. So this was actually a very good opportunity for me to share with the upcoming students. So what are my takeaways about this 2 years of experience was that the computing students, they were not very aware about technical communication as a viable career option for the computing students back then. So it was a good opportunity to share and learn about what their thoughts about doing in the future was like, and also sharing about the field of technical communication to the upcoming students. And I was very happy to realize that some of the students had very good writing skills, and they were also willing to explore in the field of technical communication when they planned to graduate. We can see that there is a gap between the industry as well as the educational institutions in terms of creating awareness. So to promote technical writing as well as aid the students for completing their undergraduate degree requirements, we introduced a fixed-term academic internship program in the documentation department at Lockpoint. This is actually a fixed-term program in which the students have to fulfill around 200 hours of professional work. And for the company, it was like intaking the future pool of professional writers who could come earlier and learn about the different technologies and also have hands-on experience. So in the future, it would be a win-win situation for both of the entities. So till now, we have had 3 academic interns join in the team. 2 of them were permanently hired as team members, and the third one is working with another company in the role of a technical writer. So another way to promote technical writing or technical communication as such is to plan and start creating a community. The first initiative that I took was, there was this event called Girls in Technology in Kathmandu, Nepal 2 years back. And in that, I was invited to speak. And I gave a talk on believing in yourself and your journey. And it was an audience size of almost 50. Most of them were young girls starting their earlier career or doing some work on some were students. So after the presentation, many of the girls came to me and talked to me personally about how this field works and what are the opportunities, challenges. Is it a good, viable career option for somebody staying in Nepal? So these were some of the things that we discussed after the talk. And from the journey that I've started, up till now, I can see that in Nepal, as well as in many developing nations, the STEM that we call science, technology, engineering, math and medicine careers are in demand. And so is the need for technical writers in all of these fields. I can see that there are more online job vacancies compared to what I saw in the last 3 years for technical writers. So this is a positive change that I'm seeing in my country as of now. So summing up the ecosystem, we have educational institutions on one hand, we have the organizations of the industry on one hand, as well as the community, who all work together, or who can work together with the people, with the resources, so that a good community is formed and we can promote technical writing in developing nations. Now, coming back to working in an organization or working in a firm, first of all, we need to build a team. And while building a team, we don't want hierarchy as such. We want all the different team members to work together in a network-based structure where they are a closely knit team and work together to achieve the common goal. So these are the pictures of my teammates. The most common problem that I faced was finding the right kind of talent to intake in the team. Because it is difficult to find employees with prior technical writing experience, what we did was we hired individuals with no formal experience as such, but with good attitude, learning aptitude, and writing skills, so that we can build the right kind of team. Currently, there are 11 technical writers in my team. Some of them have just started out. Some of them have around 1 to 3 years of experience. Basically, all of them can be categorized as young professionals in the early stages of their career. So what we do is we strive to stay motivated and learn new things about contemporary software documentation, apart from the regular work that we are involved in. One of the initiatives that we have taken is called internal knowledge sharing sessions that we try to organize on a bi-weekly basis. And some of the topics that we have covered so far are like Insider's Guide to Technical Writing, the usage of articles, the grammar rules, the data, restructured text directives, minimalism in writing, copy editing, the importance and introduction to API documentation, writer's block, and technical writing 101. So these are some of the topics that we have covered so far. Basically, the main objective of organizing this session was to make sure that we are aware of what is happening around the world and not just limited to the work that we were doing at that time. As with any technical writers, there are some challenges that we also face in our organization. Sometimes meeting the project deadlines becomes a great priority, and the scope of project documentation tends to be forgotten. And when it is neglected, it is very difficult for the team members to stay motivated and deliver their best. But I think this is an ongoing challenge that everybody might be facing right now. And another thing that the employers or the companies need to change is the fact that documentation is an easy job and it can be done by anyone and anytime, so which is not very true, because writing is an art and we need to follow some processes, the document development life cycle, the counterpart to software development life cycle as such. So it needs time and it takes the required time and energy to create documents. So everybody in the organization needs to understand that it is a part of the process and it needs to be done in the correct way. So this is one of the pictures of my team when we went out for a retreat from the hectic work schedule. So it is very important to keep the drive alive in the team. So again, going back to some retrospection and the moment which actually helped me to corroborate my decision of working as a technical writer. So in 2016, about 3 years back, I was kind of having doubts about the choice of my career. Was I doing the right thing? Because when I looked into the contemporary document vacancies in Nepal, there was no other companies were providing any options for me to switch or any other options as such. So at that point, what I did was I researched into what are the things that the global technical writers or in the field of technical communicators are doing as such. So then I came across the Society of Technical Communication, the Write the Docs, and the LavaCon conference back then. And I attended the LavaCon conference in 2016, and it was an eye-opener for me because there were hundreds of technical writers and technical communicators, content strategists coming under one roof and discussing about their challenges, their day-to-day lives, how they are functioning, what are the tools and technologies they are using. So everybody had their own story, and it was really a happy moment for me that I was able to interact with many of them. A few of them I'm still in interaction with, and it helped to shape my career prospects and strengthen my belief to keep pursuing this field, which I actually like very much. So finally, I feel that my life has come to a full circle here because before attending the LavaCon session, I wanted to join the Write the Docs 2016 session. It was already August, and the Write the Docs is in September. So coming from Nepal, I had to apply for visa, and it takes a lot of things. So because of all the logistical issues and constraints, despite wanting to attend it, I was not able to do so. So right now, in 2019, when I'm up here in this stage and discussing about my experiences so far, so I feel very honored. And to continue doing this, to continue promoting technical writing in developing nations like Nepal, I wish to continue collaborating with different educational institutions, like I mentioned earlier, as well as other forms to foster technical writing. Also participating in conferences like these and local meetups also tend to broaden your horizon and give you confidence that there are a lot of people working in the same genre and same challenges, same day-to-day activities that you tend to do. So this is something that I intend to continue doing. And the main another important point is spreading the word. So this is very important in case of countries like Nepal, because if we do not create awareness among the different entities in the ecosystem, we will not be able to move forward in this direction. So I encourage my team members as well as my former students to keep participating as much as possible to the conferences, the local meetups, anything that triggers a conversation, and also see what other writers are doing across the globe, and pursue online technical writing courses if you want to. So in any ways, we have to update our skill set and then look for opportunities to grow and spread the word. Thank you very much. Lastly, I would like to thank everyone who has helped me directly or indirectly in my journey so far. Thank you, everyone. Much appreciated.